Hey guys, so we're gonna do a little vlog today about me straightening up at the shop. So if you've ever seen that hashtag honest craft room, we're gonna look at honest quilt shop. So when we got this shop, it at one point was a cafe, and so we have this whole area that's like behind a counter that we kind of use as our staging area. Our shipping stuff is back here. Anything that I'm working on for a new quilt is back here. And then it's just a catch-all for let's be honest, that's what it is. And so it's a disaster right now. Part of the problem is that I have stuff everywhere of ongoing projects, and then my husband works here, and then we have another employee, Josie, who works here, and they're constantly trying to straighten up and come after me, but then things get put back in odd places and I can't find it, and then I'm like short binding. It's not good. It's just bad, and it's a hot mess. So our actual quilt shop is very neat, but everywhere behind this counter is just a disaster. You can see some of it behind me. So I'm gonna kind of give you guys a before tour, and then hopefully by the end of the day it's going to be a beautiful organized after. So this is the quilt shop proper, which other than some dimensions block of the month kits that we're cutting, everything is pretty neat and organized. But then we get behind the counter and it is just one disaster after another. We've got some mail, some strips, a quilt that just needs to be bound. We have quilts that need to get hung on our walls from when I was traveling. We have fabric for a new project that's coming up. We have assorted randomness everywhere. There's supposed to be a checkout station here. This we use for scales. It's even a bigger mess underneath here where there is just random crap all over the place. It gets worse as we get to this corner. These are toys and a desk for my child. I'm not sure when the last time we organized this desk frame is. We have ongoing projects from me. I did attempt to get organized, and I bought these scrapbook cases. They fit 12.5-inch quilt blocks in them, and that's good. I made some progress, but it's still a mess, as you can see. We have a bunch of shipping stuff combined with I don't even know. We have fat quarter bundles that need to go out on the floor. We have some product that needs to get loaded up, random doll, the printer stuff. Basically, it's one gigantic hot mess. So I'm gonna get cleaning and we're gonna see how this goes. I'll kind of check back in as I make some progress, and we will figure it out, and hopefully it'll be clean by the end of the day. All right, so we've got a little bit of progress here. I have decluttered throughout the stuff that was trash and filed the stuff that needed to be filed. And this looks a little bit cleaner than it actually is, because the big pile of quilts just need to be hung up in the shop, and we just moved them. We still haven't hung them up yet. But I decluttered quite a bit. I found a couple of quilts I had forgotten about, so we'll have to find some homes for that. And then I uncovered some file boxes for things like mail. And I swear my child is fine. She's just doing the high-pitched thing because she's 4. And so this is just papers that I'll need later. Shop copies of our Block of the Month books. But I'm feeling a little accomplished. The bottom still looks bad, but the counter is looking good. So we'll keep going. So I just found some fabric that I cut when we first opened over a year ago, intending to do a quilt out of this art gallery, Nightfall, which is long sold at the store. But I've got my 1-yard cuts ready to go to make this fabulous quilt. I had mostly forgotten that I had even done this, so this is going to have to go in a project bin. So this is a little frustrating. I have found what appears to be all the fabric for this quilt, but I can't find the pattern. So I do remember who the designer was, so we'll be able to find it. But at least I've got it all in my handy scrapbook tote so we can't get lost now. All right, so we now are at the point to what made me decide it was time to clean up, and that is my UFOs. So I purchased at the craft store these scrapbook bins. They're about 14 inches square, so they'll fit a 12.5-inch quilt block in them, but they also will fit all my materials as I'm working on them. So I have one per project, and even once I put all my projects in there, everything was still a hot mess. So clearly it's not just my UFOs that cause a problem, but my UFOs cause a big problem because people will move them and try to be helpful and help me clean, and then I can't find what I need because I'm just a hot mess. So I've got these situated. We're gonna go over what's in there, what I've got cooking, and then I'm gonna find a new home for these. So I picked up a My Little Pony panel and some fabric, and then I also cut from the Free Spirit Designer Solids coordinating yardage. It's all cut, it just needs to be sewn together. Angela's requested diamonds, so that's a little personal project I'm working on. Next up, this is gonna be a little dress. I've not picked out a pattern yet for it, but Angela picked these out a long time ago. She really liked this pink. And then I grabbed this Tula print to go with it. And then this is from the same line. This is from the Tabby Road line, and it'll really look cute together whenever I get to it. So this one is going to be a video tutorial. I've got about half of it filmed so far. I'm remaking my pattern Hillside using the Cave Spring 2018, and I have a ton of design rolls that I ordered for this. Basically, there's no neutral in this, whatever you make at all. You make the entire quilt from 2 jelly rolls or strip rolls, whatever we want to call them. Don't sue me, Moda. And it just is really, really fun. It's just really bright and funky. So we got some cotton and steel knit in the shop. So I decided I needed to make some stuff up with it to kind of show people what to do with it. So I ordered this pattern from the Simple Life Pattern Company to make a little dress for Angela. It's gonna be cute. She has picked out her own fabrics, so when you're 4, you have lots of ideas. I've got one more here that I need to get into a bin. So this one we're gonna do a video tutorial on too. This is, I'm remaking Rainbow Layer Cake with Tula Pink Spirit Animal, and we are long gone with the pre-cuts of this one, but it uses a layer cake and a jelly roll, 10-inch squares and the 2.5-inch strip rolls, and you can create this really cool color change just by pairing your items. So a good rainbow line like Tula is great for one like this. I found 2 more UFOs, but they're from kind of the same project, so they're in the same box. So we're doing a tunic class with the Tunic Bible here at the shop, and I'm taking it as I want to learn how to make adjustments for garments for me. And so I'm doing 2 tunics. I'm going to do one that's a dress out of this fabulous ink and arrow print, and then Allison Glass Mariner's cloth. And then this one is, the body is Allison Glass Mariner's cloth, and the placket is some nice cake. So that'll be fun to create. All right, so I still haven't straightened out completely under the counter, but I did clear out one space, which is filled with a bunch of junk. And now all my UFOs are stacked neatly and out of the way. All right, so I've now cleared off this whole side. The desk is looking a lot better. And so is this area over here and my daughter's area. But we have now reached the pile of randomness, which is always difficult to organize because what do you do with this? Like, this is going to be a quilt, but I haven't quite decided what it's going to be yet. Same with this. These are just extra fabrics that I wanted to save and do something with eventually. So I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do here. All right, guys, we have had quite the transformation. I've been working in between when customers are coming into the shop, but I've managed to clear off all my shelves, organize my UFOs, and get everything ready to be actually used, because now I know where everything is and everything has a place, and hopefully it will go back there. That's the key, right? Let's show you the progress. So what I ended up doing with my Tula All-Stars, because I do intend to do a quilt on this, but there's no deadline here, is I just packed all of my back quarters away in here, and then the yardage, I sort of kept all the bolt ends of all of these. I don't normally do that, but I did with this one. It's gonna be fun. And I just stole one of my bins, and even though, I mean, someday it'll be a quilt, so technically it's a quilt bin project, so I'm not cheating totally. Well, that is as clean as this office space is going to get for now. I mean, it's hard because, you know, it's, most of you have your quilt room and you could shut the door and no one ever sees it. But here, this is our workspace. It's where we package orders. It's where we do everything we need to do on the computer. And it is completely 100% viewable by anybody who walks in our quilt shop. So it's hard to keep it neat but we need to. And so I was really glad to finally take some time and clean everything up. We just need to do the floors, which I'm going to totally leave that task to my husband because I've done enough today, I feel like. And I've got some actual work to do for getting some new videos out. So thanks for watching this vlog. I'd love to see what your craft rooms look like. Use the hashtag honestcraftroom and tag me on Instagram so I can see what yours look like. So until next time, happy quilting!